Hi, I'm Yasmin with EMP, and today I'm talking to Josh and Stevie D from Buckcherry about their new album Warpaint and 20 years of making music. How does that feel? Because your first album, if I'm correct, debut came out in 1999, the year I was born. So it's going up to 20. Yeah,
Hey-o! I don't feel old. We've been going at such a fast pace for so long that I don't really think about it until now. You know, it's like looking back, it's nuts. It's been a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles.
It's a lot of life. A lot of life happens in 20 years.
A lot of life.
You know what I mean? But yeah, grateful to still be doing it. You know, like we have an opportunity, a brand new album, a brand new lease on life, brand new manager, and life is good.
Well, I mean, with that, 20 years, there's so much room for change. What do you think is the biggest change of anything, whether it be music, the way you operate as a band, the way you see yourself as a band? What would be the biggest change for you?
I just think we've grown up as people, you know, and as songwriters, and we're just getting better. We're like fine wine. We get better with age, for sure. You know, I feel like I honestly feel like personally I'm in my prime, you know, as far as my musicality and everything, you know, my headspace, and so, and we got a great record. This record's like, in my opinion, one of the best Buckcherry records, and I'm not just saying that because we're about to drop it, but you know, we did a lot of work. We wrote about 30 songs for an 11-song record, and we were very thorough, and it's really paying off.
But how do you go about that songwriting process? Because obviously, if you have so many songs, how do you make the cut? Especially after writing songs for such a long period of time, do you ever feel like you're drained at any point where you're like, how do I go on?
Yeah, we felt drained many times during the process, but we knew we just had this beacon that we were heading towards, and we just kept focused on the beacon no matter what, you know, things like came into our path, you know, as far as like maybe writing and rewriting a song, or getting frustrated with a particular song, or just moving on from a song, but we just kept piling up the songs, and then eventually we all compiled lists at the end of it, and our manager, the band, Stevie and I, and our producer Mike Plotnikoff, we put a list together, and there was all the kind of usual suspects of songs that kind of stuck around that you knew they were just so good, they had to be on the record. And we kind of talked about maybe 4 remaining, about 4 that we kind of had to discuss,
And deliberate. But
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the process, it's if you write 40+ songs or 30+ songs, the keepers are usually apparent. You know what I mean?
I suppose in the digital era, though, with so many bands coming on the scene and a more saturated industry than ever, do you feel pressure as a bigger band to meet some kind of demand or appeal to a wider audience or appeal to your older fans? Do you feel like there's a pressure on you because you've been writing songs for such a long period of time?
You know, it's actually about eliminating the pressure because of what you just said. You know, it's there is no more controlled marketplace, so you have to really stay out of expectations, you know, and that's so hard to do when you've labored over a record and you've spent months and months on it, and you know, it's finally getting to the public, and then it's just like people come up to you and go, "You put a record out?" And you're like, "Yeah," you know, it's like just a blip, and it's happening across the board with all bands, you know, so it's just being creative. Being more creative on how you get people to, you know, check out your music, and there's a lot of ways to do that, and we're working on that now.
So with your new album Warpaint coming out very soon, what can fans expect from it?
They can expect their money's worth, I'll tell you that. Honestly, it's song to song, it's pound for pound, it's the best Buckcherry record I think that we've had since 15. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait for everybody to hear the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, the band's different now, you know, so the spectrum is a little bit wider. We went back to the producer who produced 15. So sonically, we're in a landscape that is it was different than what we've been doing for the last 10 years.
Mm. You can definitely tell that with the singles Bent and Home Like a Hole,
Head Like a Hole,
there we go. But you can definitely tell with those singles that there's kind of a shift back to the older sound. Do you feel like you need to pay homage for older fans to that sound, or are you, as an artist, do you feel like you're limited at any point with the way you produce music?
I think the challenge is like we have like Buckcherry fans are amazing. We have this base of people that have been with us since 1999. So you definitely want to write songs that are going to service that audience, and then you want to write songs that are going to bring us into the younger generation, of course, but we're always growing as songwriters, and so that's the challenging part, and I love a challenge, and so does Stevie, and we feel like we serviced it the right way. So
I don't think sacrificing like who we are. We just kind of, what we do is we tap into like other parts of who we are as songwriters or as people, and kind of if we hit blocks, or like we can either set stuff aside, and then keep going, or just try and keep things fresh in a different way. That way it makes moving forward easier.
You guys have been touring for quite a long time now, like 20 years, and you've toured with some pretty big bands.
Yeah.
Many. But who would you say is one of the most like shocking or unexpected bands that you toured with that you thought, wow, these are amazing? The underdogs.
It's usually players. Like for me, I'll see guitar players. I mean, you'll see tons of guitar players, or maybe the same 10 that are always on the cover of the magazines, and then you'll see this kid in, let's say, Tennessee, and he'll just be heads and tails better than anyone you've seen in the last 10 years, and you don't know why he's not, huge or something like that. Bands.
Yeah, we recently played with the New Power Generation, Prince's band. We were on a festival, and they were on the other stage, and we went over there and checked them out. Amazing. It was like, the players are so great, and the show was amazing, and you just felt the vibe there. It was incredible. We've got to play with so many of our heroes, AC/DC, Kiss, Aerosmith, the list goes on, and we've been fortunate, and those are the shows that I really remember.
But then, do you ever feel when you make those big accomplishments and hit those milestones, does it ever numb out for you where you don't really, you're like, oh, just another big band? Or do you ever get those moments where you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, like we're really
all the time.
making it?
All the time. Small shows, big shows. There's always a point where, I hate to keep saying this, but you get grateful for getting to do what you love to do. And you look out in the audience, and they're reacting in a very passionate way to what you're doing. So, and as the longer you do it, the fewer and far between those accomplishments or big moments on the outside happen. But nightly for me, or at least weekly, I get grateful.
Yeah, and after all these years, we're students of the game. Always, we always remain teachable, and we always pick up something from any band, like new guys and old guys. So it doesn't matter.
Well, I asked Buckcherry fans on Instagram to ask you guys some questions, so I have 5 quick fire round questions for you. Don't worry, they're not
Instagram.
There was a few.
Damn you, Instagram!
There's a few crazy ones, but I've limited it to the most obvious one, which was most people asked what influences you guys as a band, like what drove you to want to make music? Who are the artists that got you into it?
AC/DC, Aerosmith, Rolling Stones, Prince.
One of the bands that really had an impact on me was a band called Minor Threat, and there's a record called Out of Step, and I just felt like these guys, were living my life because I was so attached to the lyrics. And so, I think it was all those bands: Black Flag, Minor Threat, The Replacements, The Toy Dolls, 7 Seconds. They were all making music. They weren't on major labels. They were saying what they wanted to say, and it was very honest and pure, and that's what got me into music.
Someone asked, is it important for you to write songs with influential lyrics, or do you feel it's more about the music in itself? Does it matter to have an impact in such a political society?
For me, it's like gotta be real, you know what I mean? Or why do it? You know, it's so I don't know how you know, there's some artists that can just go out there and sing a song that somebody just wrote and they're not attached to it and they just want to sing, they just want to be singers or whatever. But I gotta feel it emotionally from every side, you know, because it's therapy for me, you know. Really, it's more than just. It's more than just like going out there and having a career, you know. I would be doing it even if it wasn't for all this, you know.
Well, Emmy asked, what is your favourite thing to do on your day off?
Wow.
President.
It's very simple. We have very simple needs on our days off.
Eat some good food.
Just find some good food, relax.
Find a clean toilet.
What's your
Sometimes
favourite?
it's, you know, on festival days, sometimes it's just all about finding a clean toilet.
You know, we like to, we're very active guys, we work out, you know, a lot, so we just having like a nice gym at a hotel, like, is good.
Yeah,
you know?
or a hot shower. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people, you know, like think this is huge, glamorous life, and sometimes it is, you know, but a lot of times it's not. You know,
Just clean toilets.
It's just a clean effing toilet.
Me personally, I like to
Hot shower.
I like to go to a shopping mall
Yeah.
because I like, since I was a kid, I used to go to shopping malls with my grandfather, and we would just sit and watch people, you know, and just like observe all the different kinds of people and what everybody was doing, and we were just really fascinated with that, and I still do that to this day. I
She
just like
still
to,
does it.
Yeah, I just
I'll
like to
be
get,
walking through the mall and he'll just be with a coffee.
Just observing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's interesting, and you know, I don't know, I always find peace there. So,
Sammy has asked, what is one word to describe your fans?
man, loyal, passionate, like there's so many
I was
words, you
thinking
know.
passionate. Loyal.
Rowdy, wild, amazing, honest. you know,
Every good one.
everything.
Yeah.
And last question is, if you had to play one song for the rest of your career,
Oh,
one
shit.
song, you know,
One song,
for the
you
rest
can't
of your
do
career,
that.
what would it be?
I'd make
Ours
it.
or someone else's? No.
Any?
I'd make it easy to sing. Probably Somebody Fucked With Me. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Jeez. You know, the live version of Crazy Bitch, we get to do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I know it's, you know, like an obvious song.
It's
but,
a 7.5 minute song.
But
live.
we've changed it so much, and it has so much. It has actually 3 songs in it, so. And then a lot of guitar solos.
And then the fans really like it as well. You get a good response from the fans,
Yeah.
so I suppose that's what
Yeah,
matters.
I mean, it's one of our biggest songs, so why not stretch it out and let everyone enjoy themselves?
Is that just what you're going to be playing for the rest of your career now?
Well, yeah, so far it's been like that.
It goes from like 7 minutes to a whole hour.
We could do it.
Yeah.
We could do it.
That's your challenge.
Yeah.
If I come back in 10 years, I want to see what the rest of the lineup doing it for the whole hour. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for joining me. Your new album
thanks for
comes
having
out very soon. It is called Warpaint. They have 2 singles
March
out
8th.
already. March 8th. Check it out.
All right.
Yeah.